All right, today we're going to be talking about the values of chicken extend further than the eggs alone. And it shall be something that is considered gross to people who don't understand. But as you see, we have us an established poop tray here that will be considered the mining area for a thing called black gold. And I'm talking about that poop, of course, but I'm sure some of y'all knew that. And what I am meaning by this, that little piles of shit is gold and big accumulation of nutrients that can add to your soil microbiome. As you see, I have us a couple scoops up in here with also some sand mixed in, and I've been doing that for the past week or so, where each day that I scoop some poop up out of this coop, I put it in each one of these beds. So far, I've done my tomato area, I've done my eggplant area, I did my peppers yesterday, and today I'm doing this area here. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to put here. If I'm going to put two different peppers here, two different pepper beds, or if I just turn this into beans all the way across. But nevertheless, we are getting this here. It is February now, and I've been doing it since January. So that gives us about 3 to 4 months by the time this breaks down. And about time that I get seedling transplants in here, it'll all be not as hot as it is within the next week or two. I'm gonna be doing this all back here in these areas, and this yard should be completely organic. I shouldn't have to use any synthetics, none of that. I have my composting bin here already, and that's my goal this year, just to be self-sustaining on when it comes to plant growth, where whatever that's in this already, from the roots from the past years plants, decomposing, turning back into natural nutrients, the leaves and pine needles that's been sitting on top of this for the past couple months that I've cleaned off, but some of it I've stirred into. I've taken out a lot of pine needles because they can make your soil acidic, so I've kept a couple and gotten rid of a lot. But naturally, you can look at these back here, but naturally when the rain comes, all this turns into basically tea, should I say. The nutrients from these leaves and pines just go straight down into this compost, and that's including around the raised bed area. You see this hardwood mulch that has decomposed and basically turned into soil, because the hardwood mulch was about this big when I brought it in. So eventually when those plants grow super big and their roots get extendingly long, they will feed off of these areas around here too. And I've even been throwing their poop around the yard too, just to make it ready for seeds that I'll be transplanting. And then this whole area inside of here is 10-gallon container potting soil. They've been pooping up in here from their food waste. They get mixed up in here too. All this is going to be used in my garden this year. But yeah, man, they're just the little gifts that just keep giving. So just look at it. Chickens is just something like a gift that just keeps giving, man. Like, just don't focus completely on the eggs, but just know they can provide so much source of energy to your house, your homestead, your farming land, whatever, man. As you can see, here we go. I even create my own nesting areas from this right here, this pine tree. So self-sufficiency, man. I don't like being a consumer, so I do my best, man. But yeah, pretty short video. Hopefully I explained it pretty good to some people. A little later, just be getting bored of me, just watching me just be so predictable when it comes to these matters. But it's the work that counts, things that takes persistence and repeating action. So yeah, and I'm gonna be doing these. I'm gonna go ahead and clean all this top layer off today, get it all exposed. But I'm gonna just go ahead and mix this in, probably about a few inches deep. And as it rains and all that, it's just gonna constantly decompose. And by the time the plants start thriving, they'll have this to eat on, including the compost from last year that wasn't completely ate upon. And again, the roots that have decomposed from previous plants. Same thing over here. I should have focused on these first before these, because these are where the heavy feeders: watermelon, squash, pumpkins, cantaloupe. These are the heavy feeding areas. So we'll get started on those rather soon. Chickens provide a great source of energy to a homestead. It's a blessing from God.